Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Beastars, the final season, episode number 2 reaction. So the previous episode, we got introduced, or not introduced, but we got a little bit of a glimpse of the current Beastar. Not only that, the fact that he's put his eyes on Legoshi now. Legoshi is doing like delivery now, and that is where Gohin told him that unfortunately, because of the fact that you ate, Lewis's leg, even though he did tell everyone after that it's fine, he did give consent. There's a red mark on your character bio, and you cannot get married to a herbivore, which means the whole situation with Haru is just, yeah. There's Legoshi's new neighbor who is pissed off at Legoshi because Legoshi is screaming at at night because of his the whole withdrawal syndrome symptoms and everything for not eating meat, that whole thing. And then we have a new Shishigumi member, I think, not member, but someone who just took like picked a fight with the Shishigumi. In the end, we didn't see this person's face, but apparently he's a herbivore. A lot of things happen basically, and let's see what happens today in this episode. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, also Legoshi, that final part where oh, the opening. Oh no, wait. Okay, yeah, there you go, opening. Alright. Oh. Oh, damn. That is funny, the whole... Oh, the Shishigumi members. Oh my god. Oh, we're back in the... Okay. Oh, the characters, they're not showing them. They'll show them in the end, I think. I guess these are like spoilers. No, he was just sleeping and dreaming. Alright, nice. The shiny black nose before me. Oh, here we go. We're going to carry on from where we left off. Oh god. I don't understand why she decided it was a good idea to go there in the middle of night. Hey. Oh boy. Legoshi, calm down. Yeah. Oh god. No, 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 no. Okay. I don't know. I like go to the washroom and put your head underwater or something. Cool your head down. It's so awesome. Oh damn. It's so dark. I cannot make out what's going on. Oh, okay. He's calmed down. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah. Wow. Loser. Hey yo. Okay. Well, obviously his grandfather also cannot get a hold of him. Yeah. Right. What? Yeah. Oh, that's why she mentioned it. I was like, why is she talking about his shoes? Like, what? Why are you here? Yeah, don't try to touch him. He's gonna go crazy. Like, you saw what was going on a few moments ago? Hmm. Yeah, why are you here in the middle of that as well? I was also curious because her. Oh, oh, damn. Right. Right. Yeah, what are you. Okay, that is just. What is that? Energy drink? I don't think so. Oh, it's empty. Wha- Oh, is this? Yep, it's Lewis. Crazy. What's happening? His. Yeah. Yeah, you think you can do. Oh! Yeah, good point. Yeah. Hmm. Damn, that transition. Hmm. Oh, yeah. I don't think that's the same, but you know. Yeah, what is going on with these two? I'm just. Even in the previous season. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Wow. What? Okay. Right. He's just trying to. Okay, well, fantastic. Well, well, I, that's your fate, I guess. Like, oh, this is that thing that they're having. Oh, great. Yep, meat intoxication. I think that's what Lewis Lewis said, which is something that happening to Legoshi as well because of you know. Right. Great. Now this guy is going to be a problem. Oh no. Yeah, it's that can, and here we go. Yo. Right. Okay. God damn. Yeah. Yeah. I think we need more people to restrain him, or more lions, obviously. Okay. Yes. Okay. Nice. Knocked him out. It's so dark. I just my right. So they're the one. Okay. No. No. Right. That's why it just gets to them like this. And then you want the real thing. Yep, that is how this starts. That's how it's going to the black market is going to thrive. Yeah. Well, oh, what happens? The okay, okay. And this is how we get our hmm. Yeah, who the hell why is he trying to take control of the Shishigumi? What what the hell is that? Wait. Is that a Oh my god. Ah, good lord. Oh, they never call her by her name. Call her lamb chop? That's what they call her? Good lord. Oh, she brought him here to for shoes. Yeah. Yeah, we can see that, but still, it's like, it sounds weird and bad. Yeah, there you go. Like, it's pretty obvious. They're not like trying to bully her or anything, but, it still seems a bit weird just calling. She's like, wait, what? This is all that was required? Right. No, not that. She's frustrated at the fact that up until now, what was I going through? Just because. Well, yeah. Hey, yo! You see this? Seven? This is what happens. There's a bright side to it and a very, and just like that, as she's saying, she's also not imagining what hardship Legoshi has gone through because of his size and his, because he's a carnivore. Mm. Is that lemon juice? Right. Oh no. What's happening? What the hell is that? What? Okay, what is going on here? Um. Oh, wait. Uh, right. Oh my god. That is funny. Damn, each and every one have like one wad of cash. Wait. Yeah, what? Okay. Great. They just got nabbed. Are these the police? Yeah, they're the police. Kesatsu. Oh, this is a beast. Oh, he's a horse. Yahya, that's his name. Damn. Okay. That's why he was like mad at the fact that Legoshi, yeah, it's Shishigumi. It is Shishigumi, but they don't know about the fact that we have some other. Yeah. Oh no, Legoshi. This is a banana zone. Don't. I feel like he's gonna get robbed or something. Oh no. Don't. He's gonna get robbed. Oh, or get jumped. Or that. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, he'll probably lash out and kill these guys in front of him. I got plenty of energy. Don't. Oh god. Yeah, but he's gonna drink it. Like obviously. Legoshi's. Oh, the smell itself is going to drive him crazy. Oh, that's where you decide to end it? Oh, wait, this voice. This is Millet. Yeah, it's Millet, I think. Is this Millet? I don't know. It's very beautiful, the song. No, no, it's not. It's someone else. Never mind. The voice did seem kind of like her. But yeah, Millet has a more. Okay, that's it. Right. And that was today's episode. All right, that was episode number 2. So in today's episode, we had more of the whole the energy drink, Guinness. I think that's what it's called. And turns out they are circulating this in the market. And what the Shishigumi are doing is basically, and oh, now we have apparently this person now has taken control over Shishigumi, or at least he's like, I'm going to, I'm going to make you guys a lot of money. So yeah, and he's supposed to be a herbivore. That's what they hinted. We don't know who this guy is. I'm guessing it'll be revealed later. But now he has apparently he's like, oh, I'm going to show you guys the way to make proper money, and his plan is basically um, circulate these kines into the public, so more like more people who's going to are going to eat drink it, and they are going to get addicted to the whole meat. And as he said, the more and more they get drink this, the more and more they'll carve actual meat, and then they'll go to the black market, which is going to bolster their sales. And that is what they're planning basically. So it's not that they're planning to make a profit out of Guinness, they're planning to use Guinness as a way to boost the profits of the black market, because eventually everyone will end up going there because they would crave meat. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. I do wonder what happens if a herbivore drinks it. I'm guessing it's probably going to be just disgusting to them. They'll probably like even the smell in itself will probably be disgusting to them, because it has like herbivore meat and everything in it, bones and like that in it. So only the carnivores who has, as they said, who hasn't had any taste of like herbivore meat, if they drink it, they're going to get little by little addicted to the meat, and then they'll carve actual meat, and then they're going to go to the black market. However, as they said, for carnivores who have had a taste of actual meat, it will be different for them. They'll go berserk, and that's what's going to happen with Legoshi. I feel like here in this situation, because they've already had like meat before. Legoshi ate Louis' leg, and now the whole withdrawal symptoms are getting on him now. And now suddenly, if he's subjected to this thing which has herbivore meat in it, it's done for. He's going to go crazy, and he's going to start attacking everyone in front of him. Right. So that's the current situation. Okay. Also, we got to see the Beastar today. The current Beastar. It's a horse. Yahya, I think that was his name or something like that. And it turns out he is the type of person or horse to he's talking about like life and how each and every life is important, stuff like that. He's saying, that is why I guess he was. I don't know. I guess he just wants to keep the balance. When he got to know about Legoshi eating like Luis's leg, obviously, even though it was consented, I'm pretty sure he now realizes that this guy will probably become a problem, because now that he has eaten meat, it doesn't matter how much he tries to restrain himself. This is going to come back to him, and it's going to affect him. That's why he's keeping an eye on Legoshi, I guess. But at the same time, the current situation with the Kines, they they're trying to like crack that case now. Who is the one who's doing it? As we saw, those the rats, they brought information to him, and the information was obviously it isn't Dokugumi, it isn't Madaragumi, it isn't the other Inarigumi, I think, yeah. It's not, they're not the ones who are circulating this. So the only one that's left is Shishigumi, but they're like, how could it be Shishigumi? Their boss is just not there anymore. Louis left. So in this situation, without a leader, will they be doing something like this? Obviously not. They don't know. They don't know though that this some other person is like making moves at the back. So when they get to know that, I guess they'll realize that yeah, it's Shishigumi. Right. Okay, that is the situation with the Kines. Now a few other things. Seven. So seven. Like this really confused me as well in the previous episode, where I was like, how is she this calm about like going to a carnivore's room at night when that person, like, is screaming at the top of his lungs. So I guess she's just too used to carnivores, because as we saw in her office, in her workplace, she has a lot of carnivores and she has dealt with them a lot. And so unlike herbivores who barely come in contact with carnivores, she is a herbivore that has had plenty of contact with carnivores, and that's why she's just used to them so much that she didn't even think about it, think about the fact that it's so dangerous. That kind of thing. I guess that's why she just went in. Also, the fact that, as Legoshi said, even after all of this, why are you just sitting here and asking me about and telling me how to pay my electricity, how to fix my electricity and everything? Because Legoshi asked her, like, how do I get my electricity back, and she was just calmly sitting down and answering his questions one after the other, even zoogling it. It's Zoogle over here, not not Google, even Zoogling it to give Legoshi a proper answer. And obviously, it should be weird. It's such a weird thing that she's doing, because she literally got attacked a few seconds ago, and now she's just sitting down over there, just talking to him, like as if nothing happened. Legoshi was obviously a bit confused. He was like, okay, why are you sitting here still? At which she said that, oh, I'm just, happy about the fact that a carnivore called me by my name, because that's not usually what happens. Right. So, it's just that she's used to carnivores, and that's why. And who knows, maybe previously she has been almost attacked like this before as well. Like, it wouldn't surprise me, like, because a lot of situations, like, carnivores might lose control, or, like, start try to attack her or something. It's a common occurrence that might happen in this world. We've seen this multiple times before, like, so that's why I guess she's just used to it, you know right. So that is the whole thing with Seven. Also, I'll so Legoshi's shoes that he wears is from her company where she works. So that is why I guess, like, when Legoshi said that, like, oh, I'm 17, and she was like, wait, you're 17, you have some dull shoes for that? Like, they usually, kids like your age, they try to, like, wear some fashionable stuff. And Legoshi's like, yeah, I don't have any in my size. I'm pretty sure after that she probably told him that, okay, you know what? Since you wear my company's, shoes, come with me on this day, to the shop, and I'm going to set you up. I'm going to set you up with a good pair of shoes. Something like that, I guess she's told him, and that's why the next day, I'm guessing, we see Legoshi and her in the shop, like, buying shoes, and she's like helping Legoshi buy shoes. And that's when the whole incident, the whole section happened, where those carnivores come in and they're like, oh, Lampchan. Okay, I feel like the translation was way more, way more, like, what was that word? Disrespectful. Like, because I'm pretty sure they call her Lamp Chan, not Lamp Chop. Wait a minute, let me hear. Let me hear it again. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, Lam Chan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're calling her Lam Chan. Why the hell is the translation Lamb Chop? That is way, way, way more disrespectful and just outright outrageous. Like, what? You see, like, imagine calling you Lamb Chop. I think that was the subtitles, wasn't it? Wait a minute. Let me just go back. If my eyes are playing tricks on me or something. Wait a minute. Let me just read that section. Oh my god. Yeah, the translation is a wild. Lamp chop. They're not that disrespectful as well. They're calling her Lamp Chan. Obviously not Lamp Chop. Like, what? I feel like if they call her like that, like a lamb chop, I feel like they're gonna get arrested or something. Like that is like in so many ways wrong. Like literally they are like, if they call her lamb chop, that is like implying she's food to them, you know. Like that is in so many ways, like, that is just not it. So yeah, like I don't know why the translation was this disrespectful. Like they're like, you know what, let's just crank up the disrespectful like bar a little bit higher. They're calling her lamp chan, chan. We're just going to translate it as lamp chop. Like crazy. But yeah, they're calling her lamp, a lamp chan, not chop. So it's not that crazy. But at the same time, it is still disrespectful, like calling someone by what they are, like a lamb. Like what, this person has a name, why are you calling him like, calling her like that, but as we all know, like, she's like, they're hard before they're like, as she said, like, I'm just used to this. I just, all I have to do is just like 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 just tolerate this, and that's it. I've been doing this for so many years of my life. It's okay. Now, at the end of the day, I don't think these two were like trying to harass her, or like, yeah, they were kind of harassing her, but they weren't really trying to bully her or anything, because that's what it seemed like through their actions. Like, they weren't particularly hostile towards her. They're more of like kind of very, in a very disrespectful way, joking around with her, like, just taking the piss out of her, basically. That, it's not that they were like hurting her or anything. So, that is something that Legoshi said, which I also agree with. As Legoshi said, that, it's not Legoshi, sorry, they're the ones who told that. They're like, oh, we're not really trying to bully her or anything. It's just that it's a thing, like it just started, like, what when happens, like, in school, when there's like, like there's like someone who's like getting harassed, and there's a certain instigator who start calling that person names, and and that name just stays, and other people, the peanut gallery, they who were not really involved in this whole harassment, the fact that that literally is what is that person's name now, they also start participating in it. They are those people. They are not really directly involved with the harassment, but at the same time, since this is the name that she's being called, they also started following the same path. So, and it's kind of like that type of a situation. And as they said, it was started by the boss or something. I think like their chief or something like that. Um, and they're like, oh, we're sorry, like, like, yeah. But obviously, if this was not Legoshi, but some other herbivore who tried to stand up for her, they probably would not be that, you know, that agreeable. They probably would try to, I don't know, act tough here. But since this is Legoshi, he's this big, and he's a wolf, he's a carnivore. In front of him, they're this tiny. That's why they were so cooperative. I doubt it would have been this cooperative if this was some other herbivore trying to take, like Seven's side. And that is what obviously like frustrates Seven as well, is because that she's like, I've been tolerating this for how long? All throughout my life. And what the hell? This is all that was needed? Some big, strong carnivore to come and, like help me out? Why? What was my, like, what was I doing all of this for? Like, she must have felt so, what can I say? Like, frustrated in this situation, because it kind of like this really highlights how weak herbivores are in these type of situations. It doesn't matter how strong you are from the inside. All that is required in this situation is that just someone big and strong to just, you know yeah, and because she would never be able to reach that level, because she's a herbivore. It must be frustrating, like, you're trying to do something for so long, in a more simpler way. You're trying to do something for so long and you're not able to do it, so you're trying to like just uh, you know just go along with it, go along with the flow, like smiling, like shutting down your emotions, and then suddenly one day someone comes in and literally resolves the whole situation in a snap of a finger, and you're like, what have I been doing this all for so many years? I'm the one who was suffering, you know and I was trying my damn best to get out of this situation, and this random ass person just came in and just solved it in one. Obviously she's glad about the fact that the harassment will probably stop, but at the same time there's a little bit of frustration as well in that situation, where she realized that, yeah, I will never be able to be someone like this, who will be able to, because I'm a small herbivore, I won't be able to do this. The same thing that happened is going to happen in the future as well, and I won't be able to do anything. It's literally like, like out of my reach, because I'm a herbivore, I'm small, I'm not that threatening. um and also the fact that Legoshi's also younger than her, so it's like she got helped by a kid. In her eyes, it's like she got helped by a little kid, to resolve a situation that she herself has not been able to resolve for so long. So it's like layers and layers of frustration. But obviously, at the end of the day, she knows Legoshi is a good person. He did this from the from the goodness of her heart. And just like how she says, like, like, oh, like, it is so unfair. Literally at the same moment, we get a reality check as to that, how there's two sides of the same of a coin, where she was screaming about this, and Legoshi was like, oh, I'm sorry and everything, and then there's this police officer who's like, hey, what are you doing there? You're harassing that lady. you know Obviously, why? Because he's a carnivore. He's a big carnivore. If this was a herbivore of the same height as Seven, quarreling with her, you think that the police officer would have said anything there? Obviously not. That police officer would have done his own thing. But that's just how it is. Like how there are a good part to, like being a carnivore, there's a bad part as well. Similar to how there's a good part of being a herbivore, a bad part as well. So it's all mixed. Each person has their own trouble that they deal with. You're not the only person in this world who has troubles. Everyone has troubles. That's reality. So just like how Seven here was like, oh, it's so unfair, you could say the same thing for her as well, where when situations like this arise, everyone will take Seven's side. No one will ever take Legoshi's side in a quarrel or in a situation like this, because he's a carnivore. That's why. So basically it's the same thing. Just two sides of the coin. There's a hidden side to everything. Right. Anyways, after that, then she's like, you know what? It's fine. Like, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have reacted like that. And she like gave him lemon juice and something, or something like that, while she was drinking beer. Right. And there you go. And that is what happened. The whole situation with Seven. Oh, I forgot to mention the whole situation with Louis as well. Juno. Now I just don't know what's happening with these two now. Like Louis' situation is so absurdly just all over the place. Like, in season 1 there was one thing going on with him. Season 2 something else is going on, and now something completely different. Like I like I kind of realized, like, the whole thing with Juno, it was kind of hinted in the previous season. But here she just literally, and I'm like, wow, okay. So that's what the direction where we're going with this. Fantastic. And like Louis said, he just cannot, he cannot just get away from carnivores. Like first it was Legoshi, and now we have Juno. And I forgot the whole Shishigumi section as well. First it was Legoshi, then the whole Shishigumi incident with a bunch of lions just there in front of a deer. Imagine a deer being the head of a group of lions. That situation, again, trouble with carnivores. Then now we have freaking Juno, another carnivore. So yeah, this is just like Luis's life, I guess, just getting involved with carnivores. He just cannot get away from them. Right, and that's why he's like, like interspecies, especially a herbivore and a carnivore. That's not it, man. I know what happens, how crazy it is. Because obviously, like, he himself is a big, like, I guess you could say, he himself has experienced this firsthand with the Shishigumi. No, and also he has been seeing Legoshi and Haru as well, so he knows how crazy it is and how difficult this is going to be, and that's why he tried to just brush it aside. And he's like, "Oh no, it was just that you felt sorry for me, a small little herbivore. That's why you kissed me like that. It's fine, I understand." And he just left, and Juno's like, "What the hell? Like, yeah, that was mean." But yeah, he just doesn't want to address that at all because he's like, I'm going to fall into another trouble if this happens, get entangled in some other mess. Um, okay, right, and there you go. That is the situation. Okay, and in the end, obviously, the whole section with Legoshi being offered kindness or keenness, whatever you call it, and like, I feel like Legoshi would never have drunk it. But the problem here is that you don't even need to drink it. The fumes itself is enough to just do you in. And they just opened it in front of him. And it doesn't matter. Even if he doesn't drink it, it's still going to affect him. So that's the problem. Because I'm 100% sure he wouldn't have drunk it. He definitely wouldn't be drinking this. And, he got offered this random, like, energy drink. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Legoshi wouldn't drink it. But the problem is the fumes. The fumes in itself is enough. So now I feel like next episode, either he will be able to restrain himself, just like what happened with Seven, or he's going to lose his mind again. Because I feel like there's a high possibility he's going to lose his mind and attack these people. Because for Seven at least, he wasn't being tormented by meat in his like nostril, the fumes of meat in his nostril. You know, but I guess like Seven is a herbivore, so I guess maybe. But still, I feel like this is way different here. Like you're literally being subjected to the thing that is affecting you. So he's going to go even more crazier here and probably not be able to restrain himself. Let's wait and see. Let's see what happens. Right. Okay, and that was today's episode. Good episode. Now let's wait and see how this proceeds. Okay, and that was that. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, we get to see the whole section with Legoshi going crazy. Seven is just there, and you can see Seven is like very calm. She's like, I need to do something. I need to ask for help, and she's like trying to pull the SOS trigger on her phone, but she cannot get it. It's too far. Um, yeah, and you can see that Legoshi's trying his best to calm himself down, and he's like, calm down, like like it's fine. Right. And then finally, you can see he is able to calm down, and then he's like, "Oh, you're Seven, aren't you?" Um, okay. Yeah, and this is where I guess Seven decided to stay because he called her by her name. Because usually in these type of situations or in like when strangers talk to her, they're probably, even if she introduces herself, the next moment they're probably like, oh, you're that lamb, I forgot your name, but anyways, you're that lamb. This is probably how conversations go with her. Like, I'm sure she introduces herself to everyone, and the next moment they literally don't care. They just call her lamb or lamb, something like that. Right. Okay, and that's why, you know first time someone actually paid attention to her name, she got curious, and that's why she just stayed there, sprawled on the ground. And yeah, and then Lego, she's like, oh, like like I'm yeah, I can you tell me how to get my electricity back? And she like gives him like like the way to do it and everything. And this is where also she gets to know that Lego, she's actually 17. And because she at first she looks at the books and everything, she's like, wait a minute, like these are like university books and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm 17, I work at a udon shop. And at which Seven is surprised because Legoshi's shoes are too damn uh, like simple and dull to be a 17-year-old's like shoes. Now here's one thing, I feel like I feel like it's not really true that every single 17-year-old would wear some flashy ass shoes. I doubt that. Like, like in particular was never a big, like, like, fan of shoes or anything. Like, yeah, I wanted to, I dress up now and then, but I just don't care about my shoes at all, that much, at least. I just wear something. So I feel like there are different people, with different preferences. Not necessarily every single 17-year-old would wear like a flashy shoe or something. But Legoshi does give his, like, um answer to that. He's like, oh, because I'm a carnivore and I'm a big one, apparently, and that is why I just don't have something of the same size. um yeah, it is true. Like, Legoshi is quite damn big. Like, I just, like, we've seen other wolves in this show as well. Nobody's as big as Legoshi, though. Like, Legoshi's too big. Like, he's just this. Yeah, but anyways, okay, so that is that. And after that, Legoshi himself asks, like, oh, wait, why are you here, though? Like, shouldn't you be running away? And she's like, oh, because it's the first time someone has actually made the effort to remember my name, especially a carnivore. Okay, right. And then that was that. Next day, we see in the school, we have this guy, or this lion, trying to give the keenness to his friend, kindness. And they're like joking around about how drinking this is going to just make you go crazy. And the other guy's like, oh, what the hell, this is empty. And, like, just stuff like that is going on. Louis comes across that. And you can see, obviously, they are pretty damn pissed about Louis, and they're like, at first they were like sarcastically talking to him, and they're like, the line is like, oh, like, your highness is here, and they ask Louis to give back the can, and Louis was being very, like, respectful. Obviously, if this was the previous Louis, he probably would, like, make some snarky comment here about carnivore and herbivore, how, like, this and that, all that stuff he would have done. But he was very simply, he just said that, okay, you know what, it's fine. I'm going to put this in the, yeah, like, don't worry about it. Yeah, it doesn't work. The lion tries to threaten him, and then Louis just pulls his tail and drops him on the ground. Oh boy. That was funny. I just love how the fact that how he immediately dodged and grabbed his tail like this and just yanked it like this, threw him on the ground, and with his mechanical leg just stomped on him. Yeah, he has been living with lions. You think this one random dude, like, like, random teenager, is going to do anything to him? It doesn't matter, even if he's a lion. Louis has literally been living with lions for the past couple of months, I think. Like, in an organization filled with lions. Every single moment there was a chance of him getting attacked and eaten. You know, yeah, this random ass punk isn't going to, like, threaten him. He knows what to do. Right. So there you go. And then the transition, we see Juno looking at his legs, and then he's like, oh, like, she's like, why are you showing this to me? And she's like, oh, you just wanted to someone to know. Yeah, and he's like, oh no, that's not why. Like, and then while she's talking, like, Juno just ends up kissing him, and Louis is like, what the hell? Same Juno as well, just like, hey, what the hell? Why did I do that? And then she starts apologizing, and Louis is like, oh, it's fine, I know, you just felt pity for me, that's why. And then he just leaves, and Juno's like, that was mean. Right, and there you go. But while leaving, you can see he is a little bit kind of, like, rattled about that whole thing. But in his head, he's like, nope, I ain't getting involved with any other carnivore. It is always messy and always a big problem on my shoulder. I'm not doing that again. Yeah, but this is a funny thing. He just wants to, currently at least, he just wants to do what his father tells him now. Like, to take control of the company. Just be a nice, like an upstanding individual. But nope, that's not happening. She's getting involved with another situation now, and I feel like he's probably going to, by the end of it, he's going to probably get involved with whatever Lego she's going through as well. Like, yeah. Anyways, the next scene we get to see Shishigumi, one of the Shishigumi's member, drinks the kindness and goes crazy, starts attacking their own members, and then we have this dude come in who I still don't know who he is. They didn't show his face, but this person, like this character who's a herbivore apparently, this person is self-proclaimed the that he is the leader of the Shishigumi now. Obviously, the Shishigumi members are like, we haven't accepted you. They're like, what the hell? Yeah, you did give us like a method, but like we haven't expected some random herbivore as a leader. But then he's like, oh, I'm going to show you how to make money, and then you'll be bound to accept me as a leader. Um, and so basically that is why the kindness is here. So they are going to circulate this in public, make people addicted. Carnivores who get addicted to kindness will start coming to the black market, and this will bolster up their sales, and that is how they're going to do this. That is his plan. It is a solid plan, but obviously at the same time, not only are they making people addicts, not only that, like people or like carnivores who have actually had a taste of meat before, if this comes in contact with them, they're going to go crazy and they're going to probably harm people, attack them. That's what's going to happen. That's why we saw the lion. Obviously lions have had their meat before. The lion who took a whiff of that went crazy like that. That is why. Yeah, because they've had a taste of meat before. I'm pretty sure Shishigumi members have a taste of meat before. However, that guy though, in school, the guy who had Guinness with them, um, he, however, I don't think he has had eaten meat, because I'm pretty sure there are like rules, laws, and regulations about restriction of like actual meat to carnivores. As far as I can remember, this was addressed in season 2, where they kind of told us that how carnivores, I think like they like live on supplements or something, like some like synthetic food or something like that, like some other supplements, not like actual meat, like because as soon as they get the taste of the meat, this is going to happen. What's happening with Legoshi is going to happen, so they don't eat meat, they eat something else. So this guy, at least in school, I think he hasn't eaten meat. However, the guy from the Shishigumi, I'm sure he has eaten meat, like actual meat, and that's why he went crazy there. And that is why this is a big problem for Legoshi, because he has eaten Luis's leg, and this is going to affect him so much. Anyways, the Shishigumi members are like, oh, just because of one piece of ivory, we're not going to make you Shishigumi's boss. And then he just brings out, what is that, a mammoth or something, like a head? I'm not really sure. It was so dark there, and my monitor's brightness is a bit low on the lower side, because I spent so much time on my computer. It just, otherwise it's just going to mess up my eyes. It has already messed up my eyes. I have to wear glasses. But yeah, that's why my brightness in my monitor is on the lower side. That is why you might be able to see that scene, but I am not able to, because it's so damn dark there. I cannot see anything. I just saw like a little silhouette of a mammoth, like a tusk and something like that. So I guess he brought something like that to them. um Anyways, after that, the next scene we get to see Seven in the shop, and then we have these two carnivore coming in, and they're like, "Oh, Lamb-chan," Like I said, I feel like the subtitles are way more like outrageous, because it literally calls her lamb chop. That's not, they're not being that crazy, or disrespectful. They are calling her Lamb-chan, but at the same time, calling someone not by their names but by lamb or by their species name is very disrespectful from the very beginning. you know so yeah, they are still like just harassing her like that, but at the same time I feel like the subtitles makes it way worse, like by calling her lamb chop. Like, what the hell? Either way, they are talking to her, and you can see like Seven is like, just like, oh, like, just gotta like just gotta accept this, and just tolerate this. It's fine, I've been used to this. And then Legoshi comes in, and Legoshi's like, oh, like, this shoe. And then he's like, I just heard it, like, why are you guys calling her Lamb Chan? She has a name, her name is Seven. you know Seven is like, oh, stop, don't say that. She was afraid that they're going to like get mad or something. But she's surprised to see that they're all just scared of Legoshi. Obviously, you've seen Legoshi. He's this big. You have to look up like this to look at him. You think these two are going to try something with him? Nah, man. Right. I guess it makes sense because for her, she's a herbivore and she's just used to looking up at carnivores. But the fact that a carnivore can be afraid of another carnivore is probably such a foreign concept to her that she didn't even realize that, yeah, like Legoshi here is actually threatening to them as well. So, they actually get scared and they're like, oh, like, yeah, sorry, like, it's not that we're trying to bully her or anything. We didn't even start it. It was someone else, and they start talking about how their office chief or something is the one who started it, and they just continued it, and then they apologize and then they leave. And this kind of pisses off Seven a little bit as she's like, what the hell was that? Like, why? What have I've been tolerating this up until now, and this is all that was required. It frustrates her because she realizes that she can never be someone like Legoshi because she's a herbivore. And this is going to continue in the future as well. But the fact that these problems are so easily solvable, but she could never be that person who can stand up for herself just because she's a herbivore and the others are carnivores. All these things kind of like frustrate her, and also the fact that Legoshi is literally younger than him. In front of her, Legoshi is just like a neighbor's, like small kid, like a little brother or something. So someone like that helping her out in matters of the adult world, like harassment, office harassment and stuff, is so baffling that she's just like frustrated here, and she just starts walking away. She's like, why is, like I've been doing all of this for so long when this is all that is required. Here you go. You don't even know anything about the real world. Yet you shut up them up with a few words. You didn't even have to put on a fake smile. Yo. Anyways, and like I said, she was talking about how unfair it is, but literally at the same moment, we see how it's unfair for Legoshi as well, because the police officer literally, like, she was the one screaming at Legoshi, and the police officer's like, "Hey, are you harassing her?" Like, yeah, that's literally what it is. So just like how there's something unfair, you know, like she's thinking that this is unfair for her. There's a lot of things that might seem unfair in Legoshi if you're standing in Legoshi's shoes as well, because like incidents like this are commonplace. Like any type of argument or anything, people are going to take the herbivore side. Legoshi is going to go under the bus, especially the fact that he's so big. Yeah. So there you go. I'm pretty sure she realized that immediately as well, and she just stopped like saying anything regarding that, and then she kind of apologized, I guess, in a way to Legoshi. She's like, "It's fine. Like, just cut it out." As an adult, getting an apology for someone who owes you one, yeah, it makes you feel worse. And then he's like, "Oh, so what should I do?" And then she just gives him lemonade, and he's like, "Okay, let me drink that." Next, we have these two people, these two carnivores. They're selling, I guess, Guinness or something. And was that what they were selling? Yeah, and they were like counting the money. And then we have these. I was so confused. I was like, "What was that?" Like, there's like suddenly some figure just forming in the doorway. I'm like, "What the hell is that?" Yeah, it turns out those are rats or mice. They just climbed on top of each other and made this huge kind of thing. So they're like, "We are 500 cornered rats," and they just come and just nab their money. Just start running. It's funny because each of them has like one wad of a bill, and they just start going inside, like the like from underneath the openings and everything. And they say, "Here we go. Stealing from the wicked is our policy, and by mobilizing all 500 of us, we can control both the black market and the mainstream society alike." Yeah, it's a pretty fun gig, and you can see they try to jump in through like a little opening, There's literally police waiting underneath with a bag, and they just catch them and just tie it up. They're like, oh, we've got him. But thankfully, in comes this guy, Yahya, I think that was his name, the horse, Beastar. He's like, all lives are equal. Yahya, yeah. Whether it's big oafs like yourselves, right, or little creatures like this guy, or even myself, we're all same, all life are equally insignificant. That is hilarious. Not equally significant, but insignificant. Yeah. And it's my job to save those insignificant lives. Yeah. So I feel like, at first I thought he was going to be like a power hungry, like corrupt type of character. I don't think he is, you know. And I feel like in the at least for now, at least he has an eye on Legoshi. If Legoshi and he meets in the future, I feel like he might actually be a good become a friend of him or something. I don't know. Like I just don't see like he what he's saying and everything. I'm pretty sure that's like his the way he looks at the world is very similar to how Legoshi looks at the world as well, as he's trying to like live together with a herbivore because of Haru and everything, all that. So he's trying his damnedest best to try to stop him from consuming meat. That whole section as well. He tried to go vegetarian as well, as we remember in season two. So I don't know. I just feel like if these two meet, they'll become actually good friends or something. I might be completely wrong though. Because I don't know. I just thought and assumed that he was going to be like one of those corrupt characters on the top. Because he's at the top. He's a Beastar. So I was like it was like a preconceived way of looking at him. I was like, oh, he's going to be one of those, like nasty characters. It's like power hungry, corrupt characters sitting at the top. But I don't think so. I like from what we have seen of him, at least up until now. I don't know if things are going to change in the future, but still, up until now, what we have seen, I think he's a upstanding character, and he has like a good set of morals. Anyways, later on he gets to know from the mouse that they have done the investigation on all the other gummies, like the Dokugumi, Inarigumi, Madaragumi, all of them. Yeah, it's not them that are circulating this. Then they come talk about Shishigumi, but they're like, how could it be Shishigumi? Shishigumi doesn't even have a leader now, And then they also talk about how this is going to affect like carnivores who have eaten meat before. This is going to go make them go crazy. And then we cut off to Legoshi being stopped by these random characters offering him keenness. And even though Legoshi's like, oh no, it's fine, I'm filled with energy, I don't need any more energy, they still open the thing and the fumes have started affecting him now. So like I said, either he'll be able to restrain himself or he's just going to kill everyone here, or harm them or injure them a lot before running away. Also, they mentioned the ones that are giving him the energy drink, they also have no idea that this might happen if an actual carnivore who has eaten meat gets a whiff of it. Otherwise, you think they would hand him over something like that, without like thinking about the risks. They also have no idea that this might happen. So they're just thinking like, oh, I'm just going to give this to him and make him an addict, and then he's going to go to the black market and everything. They have no idea that they might literally get killed here, immediately. Either way, and that's where it ended. So yeah, good episode. Let's see what happens in the next one. Like I said, every week I'm doing one episode for Beastars. All the episodes have already come out, in a batch, but I'm doing it weekly. If I'm able to, in the future, before obviously the 12 episodes end, I might try to do 2 episodes one week, but it's not guaranteed. For now, I'm continuing to do one episode. If I get enough free time, I will try to do it. So yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Beastars. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.